My name is Sandy, and welcome to Homesteading for the Health of It. This is a part of our garden. We live in the Northeast, in a city in the Northeast, and living in a city and having a 0.15 acreage or so of land can sometimes be a little compromising. However, over the past 20 years, we have gone from a small little garden to what I have now, which I'm going to show you in a few minutes. Living in the city, we have chickens and we have bees, which I'll show you around our area. But the gardening aspect I'm really excited about, and how far we've come with the gardening and composting and learning all the things to learn about gardening that we have with everything we're doing right now in this area. So the garden this year, despite we've had our June was pretty rainy, so our garden's a little bit slower than anticipated this year. However, things are really popping right now. We have, I'll tell you what we have. We have tomatoes, cucumbers, we've got some dill and cilantro and basil. We've got what we had, which are squashes, which I'll talk about later. We have hot peppers, potatoes. We have berries, eggplants. If I'm missing, and green beans. Our green beans are kind of running a little bit slow. We also have been trying to do asparagus for many, many years right now. And finally this year, I'll say we've got about 2 good batches of it. So come with me and I'm going to show you our garden. So about 20 years ago, this is kind of where our garden started. Our yard was just a hill back here. You can't even see it right now because of all the daisies. But we had this hill here, which went all the way across to here. And then the city of where we live came in and gave us city sewerage because we live on a pond. And we were all of our houses were on holding tanks. So as you can see right here, those are the little asparagus that we planted a long time ago, and finally, it's taken many years. I don't know if it's the soil or whatnot, or if anyone has any tips, but we finally got a couple of good servings of that this year. So that's our asparagus. We've discovered also we like to put the marigolds within our vegetables because we do find that it does help with some bugs or pests or whatnot. We like to also throw in our herbs. Here's some dill, which I'm really excited about because we've got a ton of cucumbers this year, and we're going to be making some pickles and whatnot. This is our second year of potatoes. So these are our potatoes. Last year, my husband Mike decided to do it on a whim in a different area of the garden, and I have to say, last year we did such a good job with them. We had so many potatoes. We decided to do them again. And you can see under the ground here, right there, they're already starting to pop up. We ripped up a whole row of them because they were popping up, and we've already had about 12 potatoes that we've pulled up. So hopefully by September, we're going to have at least 100 more potatoes with these last 4 rows. Here is by far, I think, one of my favorite crops that we've done, and I'll explain why. These are our peppers. Don't mind the weeds. We've got some weeding to do still here, but we learned on another YouTuber video, I forget his name, but I will definitely get that channel for you, and we will post it. But we never knew that peppers are actually perennials. Okay, so there's some jalapenos, holy banana peppers, and then right over here are habaneros. So this row of peppers, the habaneros, some chili peppers, as you can see, jalapenos and banana peppers, and here's some more right by my legs here. We actually have taken these pepper plants in every year to our house after we've harvested them. We've pruned the leaves, and then over the winter they've just kind of been pruned. And then what happens is we put them back out in the garden in May the next year, and they popped all back up. And I'm going to say we've done this probably for 3 or 4 years now. Now over here, this is maybe our second or third year with bell peppers. We just picked some really good ones earlier before this video, but we've never had great peppers, but there's some great bell peppers as well. So our pepper plants, finding out their perennial definitely saves us a good amount of money. Now, if I'm being 100% transparent with our garden, there are some struggle crops we have here too. This year, it seems like our beans are really hurting, not doing as good as we had anticipated, and really haven't had a ton of rain. In July, my husband's been watering the garden. He actually uses a system where the water comes from the pond up and we hose it out to the garden. But these peppers right here, green beans right here, we got some little ones, but those are kind of hurting. So like I said, if I'm being transparent, the pepper or the green beans aren't doing so well, as also our squashes. Squashes are my favorite. Zucchini, delicata squashes. Delicata is by far my favorite squash. Unfortunately, we have a little critter. I think it's a rabbit coming in here, or gopher, and it is eating, as you can see, our leaves, which makes my heart very, very sad. However, we still have other good crops. And as you can see, oh, there's my new flock of chickens right there. There's 3 of them out of the 4. And our whole entire garden around every patch of vegetables is chicken wired for the obvious reason. Right, Martha? Yeah. There's Martha, Rosie, and Esther. Here is my big bucket of basil. Just smelling that smells delicious. What do we do with this? Well, we do a lot of caprese salads. My husband makes homemade pizza crust. We put it on margherita pizza. And of course, our favorite thing is pesto. Yum. I'm gonna slowly walk by here. My husband, without getting stung, my husband made this beehive, homemade beehive, about 3 years ago, possibly 4 years ago. So this is one hive of our bees. We got them in April, and they are thriving. My husband has lifted up the cover, I think last week, and the honey he saw in there was insane. So we love our bees, and I think they love us, but my husband's been stung 5 times so far this season. So here's the outside of our garden, and because, like I said, we don't have a lot of space in this yard, we try to jam pack it with as much as we can. So we have some chicken wired, as you can see, chicken wire, so our girls don't get it. More tomato plants. There's 2 tomato plants there. We got some more dill, more tomato plants. This right here is our compost pile that my husband, we've been working on a compost for a few years now, but he finally saw a video of another gentleman doing a compost pile, and we think we have nailed it. And our soil has always been great from our compost, but I think this is going to be the best pile yet. Above the compost pile, we have our chives, which we've been using them when we got that first crop of potatoes I was really excited about. Chives are delicious. So my husband and I were talking earlier before we made this video today, and this plant right here, our blackberry bush, was one of the original things besides the asparagus we planted in this yard 20 years ago or so. This one doesn't look that great because it got big, and a few years back a beaver got it. So we replanted it. That's another bee box, which is empty right now. We replanted that blackberry bush, and now this is what we have. It is huge. It is flourishing. It's got so many blackberries on there. Don't mind my chicken Patricia in there squawking. I don't know if it's Patricia, it's one of them. We've got strawberries, which this spring, our strawberry patch was all the way up. It's even in our neighbor's yard a little bit. Thank goodness they love us. But we had tons of strawberries this year. So I'm going to give you an angle from our yard. So right now I'm in my neighbor's yard, who we love. So that's our garden over there. It's a very, very, very small yard, as you can see. Tiny, tiny, tiny. There's our chicken coop right there with the sunflowers kind of all flopping over it. And a pretty cool pizza stove thing that my husband made. I'm going to show it to you. So my husband last year had this great idea, or actually about a year and a half ago, had this great idea to build a pizza stone all cooked with on a fire. So that's the wood under there, and there's some extra wood. And over here we usually have just like a skillet across here, and we have that fire fed as well. So we've done breakfast on there. We've done fajitas, things like that, and it's amazing. He also even built a little table right here. When he's cooking, he can put stuff on it. And this is the loud one right there. Say hi, Squawky. She probably wants to lay an egg and somebody's in her box. I am gonna put this out here too. This is the outside part of our chicken coop. This is how it first started, and then we built this massive suite for them. But a couple of years back, we've noticed that we're getting some black wild raspberries that grow on or over the coop. We did not put them there. They just kind of happened to be there. Our neighbor did have some wild blackberries or black raspberries, and they just kind of spread to our yard, which is it's a nice little gift. Okay, as I come up to more of the berry plants here, more of the blackberries, we've got some blue. Oh, look, I got some blueberries on there, and they're looking pretty blue. Some of our blueberry plants are doing great. Some of them aren't. We have this netting on here that constantly falls off, so I'm guessing some birdies got in there, but that's okay. And we need some more sun for our blueberry plants too. We got one way back there as well. But if I come around here, I'm going to come through my little Rose of Sharon bush, come under here. That's another wild black raspberry that just prickered me. We're going to edit that out. Right here we have chicken wire, and we have a couple of eggplant bushes. So we've got some eggplant trees, and all of a sudden we decided to put some more cucumbers around them. So the cucumbers are also kind of growing around and attaching to the Rose of Sharon bushes, which we're totally cool with. And up here we have some more potatoes. We did put some garlic in there, but we're not sure how great it's doing this year, but that's okay. And of course a ton of mint. I had a friend give me that years ago, and that stuff flourishes. So despite the size of our yard and how small it is, we have literally jammed a ton of stuff into this yard over the past 20 years. And we're going to keep putting more and more stuff in here. Ultimately, our goal is in the next few years is to sell, hopefully, this house and move down further south, way further south. So we can garden at least 250 or 300 days out of the year. That would be our ultimate goal. To also do some homesteading, maybe either live in a yurt or just build our own small little cabin. That's our ultimate goal. We'll see if that happens. I hope it does. But anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that despite the amount of land you have, even if you have an apartment and you have a patio, like a small patio out in front of your glass door, you can put so many things out there. You can put all your herbs that you want. You can do some buckets with eggplants, tomatoes, cucumbers. This doesn't have to be hard. We make it hard. Well, our society makes it hard because everything we can grab with ease is at a grocery store, and we don't really know well, we do know all the stuff that's going into that produce and the chemicals they're putting on the peels and things of whatnot. And now we're getting even deeper and deeper and darker into what's going on in our world and what they're doing to our air, our soils. So I would like to think that my husband and I are at least maybe one half or one step above it, and we're doing our own thing, making our own produce, feeding our bodies with healthier things, which that's what we want to do, and I think it's very important. Also on this YouTube channel, we haven't posted it yet, but we make also our own toothpaste, our own mouthwash, our own soaps, our own laundry detergent, homemade peanut butter, homemade bread, homemade bagels, homemade wraps. I do homemade skincare for my face with tallow and essential oils. We make homemade lip balm, homemade deodorant. So that's what we've been doing, and we've been doing this because we realize we are saving so much money. We are saving so much money, and that's all because of my husband. This is my husband's vision. He's the one that completely started us up on this, and I was kind of slow at the biting at the bit. I was slow at it, and now I'm seeing how far we've come along with this beautiful garden, and all the hard work that my husband does mostly. I do some of the work, but he does most of it. But I'm so appreciative and grateful for putting things in my body, on my skin, on my clothes. That was all made by us. So I would love for you to check out our channel and look forward to some more videos, and I hope you guys have a great day. If you have any questions about gardening or any advice about our gardening, like the soils or that my green beans or anything to do with the bunny rabbits, I'd be very, very grateful.